Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to have many different twists and turns, as well as surprises in this film by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one great thing about this movie is that we do know that J.J. Abrams is borrowing a lot of different elements from the expanded universe / Star Wars Legends material, as well as original trilogy and prequel trilogy content, in order to really fulfill the Skywalker saga and make it feel like a unique story, a story that we have never seen before on the big screen. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting and intriguing for this movie. Now, specifically, a description of Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren entering what is described to be the Dark Spire, a location in the Outer Rim that holds the origins of the dark side and new secrets of the Force. The next describes Kylo and his knights discovering a large statue that is said to be the statue of Kylo Ren, who was once a Sith Lord, who had once trained Supreme Leader Snoke. It said that Kylo and his knights kneeled down to the statue, where it said that under the statue lies many relics of Kylo Ren that were left behind, including his helmet that is described to be very similar to Kylo's helmet, however with spikes on top of it. It said that in the Dark Spire lies a character that appears like a monkey called the Forger, who discovered the statue and keeps up with the statue and has even sculpted it from many years ago, and is described to be an ancient being. It's also described that this creature also owns the lightsaber hilt of Kylo Ren in the workshop, and is said to be the place in which Kylo Ren gets his helmet modified and repaired. The next describes Kylo with his knights talking to the creature that tell them about the story of Kylo Ren, which leads to a story about the Beyond. It's revealed that Kylo Ren had once traveled to the Beyond and never returned. It said that Kylo Ren will be used in the film just how Darth Plagueis was used as a story in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So, I really want to go over a couple of parts about Kylo Ren. Now, we do know that this is loosely based off of Darth Nihilus, without a doubt. We do know that J.J. Abrams is using a lot of expanded universe material, as well as, other material within the Star Wars canon, in order to really make this movie feel very unique. So, the one thing that I do like about this, I will say, is the fact that Kylo Ren discovers the helmet of course, this ancient Sith Lord named Kylo Ren. Now, for the longest time, a lot of people have been wondering about Snoke's master, who he really is, or who he really was, what's going on with this character. They most likely are going to explore Kylo Ren in the new Star Wars trilogy, in case you guys did not know. Some of the rewrites that were done for Episode 9 were basically done in order to connect this movie lightly into the new Star Wars trilogy. So the statues of these ancient Sith that we will be seeing in this movie, most likely we will be seeing them alive and well in the new Star Wars trilogy by the creators of Game of Thrones. So, I digress. The one other thing that I do want to go over in great detail is this ancient creature that resides in the Dark Spire castle. Now, this castle, holds an ancient creature dubbed as the Forger. So the Forger is a monkey-like creature. He's very ancient. He's been around for at least 1,000 years. He's kind of like a Maz Kanata type figure. And you can already see what J.J. Abrams is trying to do here. This is basically the inversion of Rey, Han, Finn, and Chewbacca's, adventure to, of course, the planet of Takodana and going into Maz Kanata's castle, where now in this scenario, it's Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren traveling to this unknown world in Kylo Ren's shuttle and getting into a ancient castle called the Dark Spire. Now, inside of this Dark Spire lies the statue of Kylo Ren. It holds the actual helmet of Kylo Ren, which is described to appear just like Kylo Ren's, however with spikes on top of it. So, what's really intriguing about this is that it's pretty safe to say that Kylo Ren has been going to the Dark Spire for quite a long time now, and visiting the Forger in order to create his own helmet, and own the original lightsaber hilt of course, Kylo Ren. Now, Kylo Ren, we went over this, I would say about a week ago, give or take, about other relics being stored inside of the statue, such as the actual kyber crystal of the lightsaber that once belonged to Kylo Ren, as well as a holocron or a holocron-like device that belonged to Kylo as well. So, you can already see what JJ is trying to do with all the different pieces of the Jedi and the Sith lore. Guys, I gotta say, the Dark Spire, I'm pretty sure and confident at this point in time that we got a great glimpse at this in the teaser trailer now, because if you guys watch the teaser trailer, there is a monkey-like hand putting the mask back together, putting Kylo Ren's mask back together again into one piece. And I believe that that is the same exact creature that we are talking about right now, that is based within the Dark Spire without a doubt, given that this character actually repairs or modifies Kylo Ren's helmet inside of this castle. So he actually has known Niall Ren. He tells a story to the knights, and he tells them about how Niall Ren once traveled to the beyond and never returned. So what in the world is the beyond, right? Is it a realm? Is it just a location in the galaxy? This is something that we will probably learn as we get closer to the release of the movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.